With the popularity of AR-15s, Springfield Armory keeps upgrading the Saint series of guns. Now the Saint Victors, let's talk about what you guys have done to these.
Well, there's so much. We have small, compact handguards. They're extra long, so they give you that proper reach. It's got B5 Systems furniture with that more vertical grip that's become super popular. Of course, it's a slider and it fits very well on the buffer too, but I mean, probably the coolest thing there is the trigger.
The trigger is a big deal, and this is not your standard mil-spec trigger. You guys put a lot of work into this.
Probably spent more time working on the trigger than any other part of the whole design. So we minimized the tolerances, we invested a lot of money in the development of it, finishes, the hardness of the material to make it as smooth and short and movement and light as possible. We think it's a perfect duty trigger. And when you throw in the ambi safeties, you've got a pretty universal firearm.
And a few different models here. I've got the pistol, and this has a hand stop. And what do we have on the end?
That's a blast diverter, and it does two things. One, short-barreled 5.56s are very loud.
Yes.
You've shot them, you know they are. That cuts down dramatically, just that concussion that you feel. And on the 16-inch version you have here, we have a muzzle brake on it, which I wouldn't say it eliminates all movement.
It's impressive.
But it doesn't move much when you shoot. It makes it very easy to get repetitive hits on targets.
All right, the St. Victor series from Springfield Armory, a lot of upgrades and a ton of value.
Depending on what your targets are and whether they're moving or you're moving, determines on how you hold the gun. The old school, you would hold the gun in this direction here. You brace it against your body to get nice and steady for you being steady on a target that's not moving around. But in a more dynamic environment, where both you or the target or targets could be moving, you're gonna have to be ready to move around and move quickly. In that position, you want more extension on your forward arm to get better leverage to move the gun quickly. All right, you wanna bring your strong hand arm in and hold the gun tightly. There's no loose. At that point, you're adding lots of tension, trying to create rigidity in the triangle so that the gun's movement in recoil doesn't move you. So the position really looks like this. This arm isn't stuck out here, this one is. That came from the shotgun shooters, who are the best gun movers. They're always tracking shots, They don't put their hands and arms underneath the gun, they put it on the side. Having the grip be straight up allows this arm to come in, and having the handguard be small allows me to grab around the outside and get a good purchase on it. So when I'm going to different targets, it's easy to move, right? That's what will enhance your speed and your accuracy and keep you in balance when you have to move around and shoot multiple targets.
So let me show you what Rob's talking about. What he wants is your hand way out here on the gun, whether it's a C-clamp with your thumb over the top, or I kind of like the thumb forward method. But out here, you're able to tuck the gun into your shoulder, and multiple targets, you can move very quickly. And you can drive the gun, and it works really well. The old school way of doing this is way back here or grabbing the mag well, and you just don't have as much control over the gun. It's kind of wobbly, and even on a single target, it just doesn't feel as steady to me. Now, some people might say, man, I don't know, putting my hand out, I'm getting close to the muzzle. Well, on this gun, you've got a long barrel, you'd have a hard time reaching out there. But if you're concerned about that, you can put some sort of hand stop or vertical foregrip here as a reference point, something to grab onto, or just kind of know, okay, I reached the end of where I want to go with this. But this is the modern way to run a rifle. You're going to be faster and more accurate.